Here's the deal. That's probably the end of the film. So
this is this week's episode.
Yes. Come back next week.
Of misery at the motor.
You didn't reach your climax, man.
It'll be like,
went off in my hand.
Jeez, that's like a movie. And it's the series ends. What?
Like Dexter, all of a sudden he's gone. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
What the hell?
Okay.
Is he dead? No, he's in Washington working in a lumber yard.
A right-handed motor turns this way, which means that starter would have to turn that way, which would be counterclockwise. So this starter,
It's got to turn clockwise.
let's see, this motor's got to turn this way. So
that's got to go the other way.
well, the motor itself turns the right way, but the Bendix ratchets, so it's the wrong Bendix. Because if the motor turned clockwise this way, it would start, but it'd be running backwards. And it'll do it. It'll fire up and go either way. It doesn't care. Needs to go the other direction. Because this starter turns.
We'll just flip the switch.
Yeah, hook it up and flip the switch, bitch.
It can't. This physical part has to change to make this work because the starter does turn the right direction. This part has got a ratchet in it so that it doesn't kill itself or kill the starter. So when I engage it, the starter's turning this way. Yeah, that's right. And it's pushing it down over the top that way. So, and the Bendix is ratcheting like that. But if you look very closely, it's 12 volt. That's the only dead giveaway for that. There's the part number. That's a part number for the solenoid right there. And it's a generic solenoid. It fits out everything. But there is no number, no indication of whatsoever what the hell this is. So where do you want it? In the car?
Yeah.
It's locked.
I'll throw it through the window. That'll work, won't it?
I'll get the key.
The Mercedes, it'll go right through the front window.
It'll go right through there real easy.
Yeah, shit, it won't even bounce. There's like 6 Allen screws that come through from this side. You take the nose cone off. You take those 4 screws and this piece off here. Pull the solenoid off. Once you pull the solenoid off, it lets the fork swing out of the way so the Bendix will come out the end. And there's a nut here on the end that adjusts the stroke on the Bendix too.
I'll let him do all that bullshit. I ain't got to do it.
But you need to tell him that that's a wet bell housing. It has to be sealed. And you need a gasket.
Okay. I know you don't want to, but would you write all that shit down on a piece of paper for me?
I think that's an MT40.
I'll just put that in the box with that.
MT40.
He wants to put it in the cradle, Mike. See if we can put it in the cradle.
Yeah?
I'll learn how to make an S here one of these days.
Sealed gasket needs to be, it's a wet.
It's a wet housing and you need the gasket for the front of it. So he just used a wet housing to remind him that, have him look and see that the fuckers put a seal in it so that the oil don't get in the motor for the starter. When the starter's full of motor oil, full of tranny oil, it doesn't work. And then, you get to take it back off and take it back to him and say, oh shit, don't work.
This is a fuel filter, right?
Yeah, 815. That is a primary filter.
Screw that then.
Well, Steve, you can't shave and cut your hair yet.
I know.
Oh, this is. Ah.
That was to hold it because it would have been just floating around in there.
Oh, I know.
Dad made those. Don't you laugh! Oh.
I don't have to laugh. I just know that it's an option that's not a very good one. Because if you could, like we were talking, with that area clear above the motor, it gives you a place to hang a real filter, and then you can get a filter that's, you know, $40 or $50 and change it once a year, and you're
Flip
good.
it out.
Yeah, and it's something you can go to the store and get instead of. So you pick an air filter can that comes off of a Freightliner or a Kenworth or something that you go. Oh.
Well, it makes sense, but maybe we can sell that to Scott Crosby. What do you think?
What?
Our thing all powder coated and everything.
Won't fit his dust at all. Silver sides do not even get close to that.
Yeah.
Isn't that
They
beautiful?
look alike.
Isn't that
No,
beautiful?
they don't.
I
got
polished
one.
all
I'll
those.
send you a picture of mine at home.
I polished all that aluminum on there.
So what you're gonna end up
beautiful.
with is all the cans. You're gonna just take all that shit.
And I think we can use this though.
That piece you get to use, but you're gonna have to seal it all the way through, and then mount the can, the filter right to it, and then space it off far enough that you can get the neck in there, and it'll be fine.
Well, we'll figure it out. I think that's down
Can I
there.
put plants in there?
There's 3 good dog dishes there.
I'm gonna have 3 dogs and put food in them.
Here's a.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's the. This is an '89 part number. That's a late model one. The older ones don't have this divider that sticks in them so far. This piece here, I got used for that. That's for a late model motor though.
Enjoy.
I was trying to think of what the scoop. So, see, that was put on backwards. It goes this way. The smooth side goes out. Because if you're sliding the manifold down, it'll roll that shit over. Screw your day up for you. Everybody invariably puts them on backwards, and I don't yet to figure out why.
We put ours on right, didn't we?
yeah, because I was looking at the manual.
Cool.
Hoy!
Wait, Axel. Singer.
Yeah, well, he got lots of songs about being in Mexico and the girls down there.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta always stay around with the girls in Mexico.
What we got for liners. So,
Mike, he's gonna look at the liners going, film it.
It's being filmed right now. It's going.
oh yeah?
Cool. It's over there. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
Got a short.
Check your plugins, Mike.
It's got a short air box in it because it's old. Because it didn't have them big long ported liners in it like it's got. And see, the top of the air box hangs over the liner ports. That's the old ports in those liners. They were figure 8s. They were about 3/4 of an inch tall. That's what, then they fit in that hole real good. This deal here doesn't do that. This has got long ported liners in it. Actually, I'm going to bet it would run better with short port liners in it, but we won't worry.
Take them out!
No.
It's too late now. That deal when you're committed.
Are we gonna center that thing on there? Center
I'm going to guess you're going to have to balance it somehow when you get to
Please go that way.
Is it filming?
Yeah.
Gotta lift your edge up down.
1, 2, 3, go! Oh.
We need concrete out here.
We need to put those.
You're gonna have to go that way with it.
We need a bus, that's all we need.
We need to get
Alright.
yo, ho, ho.
it to the front and tip it down. And then
It's gonna shit off of that thing. You might get it in there.
stretching the pan, boys. Back on this.
You want that angle in it or not?
No.
Well, now you want to change your mind.
Well, we gotta get. The problem is,
There's no problem.
we gotta get.
Because the angle in the front, Nick Donner, the producer, director.
Let me get my bolts ready.
Further forward. Go ahead, grab your bolts. Today.
Out in the West Texas town of El Paso. Fell in love with my snow. Okay.
I can see where we're going to have to stick something with.
What a fucking waste of money.
Well, you buy them. They can cocksuckers sell them to you. Where's Stevie at?
Right here.
Okay, go down.
He's captain.
What do you want from me?
Hold it, go up, go up. You're going too
What do
far
you mean,
down.
go up? What the hell does go up? I always had it all under control till you said stop. What do you need?
I need to.
Tell me what you need.
There, hold on. Hold it. Hold. In the wrong. Get your fingers in there, boys. Right on your or your water. So go down.
Water what?
It's not. Go
yeah,
down.
Don't let that happen.
Go down.
Coming. You want to put the bolts?
Okay, hold on.
You want to put the bolts through from the backside, or will
No,
it?
this will
won't
do.
go that way.
I was really gonna.
Stop. Stop. You're going too low.
I know. Oh my God! And then this one here is next. Oh well, I put that one.
Here, you want to put a nut and stuff on that one?
I don't really care. It's not my.
Here's that. Here,
Kind of not my thing.
we're putting stuff together.
Well, this is not a motor. This is a rack to hang it in.
What if you put?
Oh, you got one up high up there.
Well, we're gonna have to drop this end.
You think?
And it's.
Are you ready for crashing and burning?
No.
Coming down.
Go ahead, slowly. It's gonna fit right. Oh, that was slow.
Ooh.
That's
That
pretty
ain't gonna
good,
that
actually.
ain't gonna work, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Hang on. You want to go up a little? Because the oil pan is.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
The oil pan ended up setting on the. Holy
That's it.
shit, Batman! Give me the nut and the washer, dude.
You did it. You did that. You were so good at that, Joe.
That
And just bam down there.
You know how many times I've primed holes? It's always good.
I don't think that you can get a hose on that with that angle.
Don't even talk to me about it. I don't want to know. That's what they invented torches for.
Yes, it'll work.
That'll be.
I can see
No.
that our holes are kind of askew. So you're going to put a row of bolts across the top?
Yeah.
Good luck.
I had them in there
I
before.
can see the front ones have been left loose a little.
I've done it before. I had them in.
Rotten bastards. Shit. You just keep passing me junk, I'll take care of it.
I'm a junk man. I think one of them washers ain't gonna be.
Quite right.
I'm just gonna have to trim one down. Yeah. Give it to me in
There's some vice grips you can work with.
about halfway.
Well, we're right on. Our engine is. That's on the oil pan.
No, it's sitting on the plug. There's
Yeah.
a difference. The plug is different. How'd you make that work?
What the
Yeah.
drilling the holes and stuff.
That one needs a little, about half as much as the other one's going to get.
I hope that didn't mess that oil pan up.
How come you're so sensitive to the oil pan? You're worried the Bondo is going to fly off, or what?
We need to put.
This needs another one with bucked off.
Okay.
For all that crap here in the corner.
There's one more bolt. Right there. See now, Leon had that on here, right?
Yeah.
And now this is going to make a lot more sense to you, what I showed to you the other day.
Yeah. I get it.
See, he had these spacers on that side all the way over to here. See?
Yeah.
And I never liked that.
Your idea is much better.
It was just a lot more work. That's all.
Well, tell me today wasn't a lot more work? Oh, look at that.
See, I did pretty good, didn't I?
You did excellent.
That took a lot of time.
Just jack it up a little bit and see what it.
Just a minute.
I gotta shred these down. Running them down about halfway on.
3 of those ground off. There's 3. Because that one, this one, that one, and that one.
Okay.
This end here doesn't need any of that shit. So actually we need 4 of them ground.
Take care of that right now.
Hey. Let me move the cradle back a little bit. The cradle cart. Is that good?
Hang on, I gotta go higher.
Where'd everybody go?
So, we're all good there.
You know what? I can't go now. Okay. If we shut the door, no, couldn't you?
I can go back.
You can go a little higher.
This heavier shit. Because I think before you tighten the stuff in the front, we need to tighten the back. Fuck me.
Oh, you're right on.
You're right on that bolt.
Take a look at the board.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't break the fuck off, we're good. So we need to get the bolts. You know where the bolts are for the fucking rear mounts?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, here.
This has got to twist a little bit. This bolt is as old as we are.
That's how old you are.
Unless they bottom out, we don't need lockers. Somebody's got to put them in really tight. Son of a bitch. There's only 2 bolts in that old girl.
Well, there was 4.
So
I guess we
this
could.
has got to go down.
Just let her down a little bit.
All right.
Well,
I'll go real slow.
that doesn't help.
You want me to move?
Hang on. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to use for tool.
We can.
Hang on.
There you go.
I'm gonna go grind these
There you
things.
go. That's all you need. Huh? Yeah, go ahead and grind them. We're going to let this heifer down and see what happens. So this guy goes here. You have to hold that with one hand. And then I have to do this side. Holy crap. That's going to be halfway easy. I am going to guess, just from how this is going, that we're going to have to do coming down.
Maybe you better do this. So I can hold it.
You don't want that to stay in there.
No, he just wants you to hold it. He wants to get that one right.
Oh, we're trying to get it into the. There we go.
Uh-oh. That looks pretty good.
That's close to where it needs to be. So the only thing I gotta do is shove a little bolt in home.
You know, we can put. Do you want to put the stabilizer bars on there? Isn't that what that is? A stabilizer?
Yeah.
Yeah, not yet.
We have. Well, we'll do all that other bullshit first. You know, like putting the starter back in there. All that good shit.
These bolts are just for this.
Cool.
Not that cool. I got one, well, my blower tools, I got the bolt out of a 47 Mac rear end. It's handmade in the lathe in 47.
Huh.
'Cause that's when we were still making shit that would work. Stick your bar.
Pretty cool.
Spoon in, put the spoon right there on the bolt. Pick up on it gently. That's good. Let it down. I really don't understand how they got this fucker hooked up.
That's sure a pretty cradle you got there, Steve.
It's very beautiful.
Mikey,
Yes, sir.
could you stick your bar in somewhere in here and pry the motor forward just a tiny bit?
I sure could.
Yeah, that would probably be work better. Now just go gentle because I got my finger in the hole. A little bit. That's good. Whoa. Holy shit, it fits.
Well, with the perfection that you got going around here, we should probably hire ourselves out to Ross Perot's group. We knew.
I wish he'd have got to been president.
We knew a guy.
I think you would have made it.
I think he'd have been a good president.
he got the same deal Trump got this last time.
I said one of the guys down there. I said, "I'm Ross, and you're the boss." I said, "One of my friends told me about your car dealership, and I'd be proud if you would sell me a bunch of your vans, like 35 vans. And I'm Ross, and you're the boss." And he was going. I had him hook, line, and sinker. He was so excited. He goes, "How many did you want?" I said, "About 40. 40 of your vans." Lee Sims was the guy. He owned a car dealership. He was
So what size is the head of these bastards? They look like 15.
3/4.
Look at the hole now. It looks better.
No shit. 70.
A little bit, but
It'll make it.
maybe get a cutting torch in there. What do you think there, boss?
I wouldn't worry about that until we got.
Well, not yet, but
we
I'll
gotta
just
get all the bolts in it.
take a look in there. You can take.
I can see it. Say where.
You could cut that out with a torch right there, couldn't you, saw?
Sure.
And then Steve could take it down and get it powder coated real quick.
A little rattle can will cure anything.
What are you worried about? That
I'm
The hole's
worried
not
about
going
The
through there?
hose is going to be
keep the hose and then wear a hole in it. Wearing on this.
there's some yarders I know of that are that way.
I think you did a hell of a job, Mike.
Thank you, Steve. And I'm Ross, and you're the boss.
Amen, brother.
Now take a look here. Look here. Take a look at this chart. You see that line that goes up like that?
That's you.
Well, that means that we have been taken to the bank. Well, quit throwing things around, Joe. I told you about that yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't get over it yet.
I'm gonna
Do you
make.
like our cradle cart, Bill? No?
It's okay.
Come on. You can have it.
It's not bad for
No.
backwards engineering.
What?
Hey, you're in a bad position to be talking to me like that, boy.
I know. I could have a size 11 in my ear.
I don't have a size 11.
And
Your
then
size.
they'd probably go in easy without leaving any marks then.
Maybe a size 10, mister. Not an 11. You know how much time that cradle cart took to make?
I see there's thousands of pounds of labor in it. Look at that bolt in this corner.
Oh yeah, that was a trick.
I can smell it from here.
You had to go.
The bad trick. Oh, around the inside?
Yeah.
Well, who put this fucking chunk of wood here?
You did. That's what I'm saying. I can't get to it. I told you that earlier.
Okay.
Maybe we can just bolt that side up and then move that fucking board and that.
The other side is bolted up.
Well, either that or move the board
Over
over there, across that way. That might work.
Well, let me attempt to start this in the hole. That would be an awesome trick if I ever heard of it.
Yeah, it's not easy, and I think you had to go
Holy
through. I think
shit.
you had to go through here.
Oh yeah, somebody put all this shit away.
Yeah, I think you had to go through that way or either that.
So yeah, jack it up again.
You want to shut this? No, that don't matter.
It's not gonna go that much.
I'm
higher.
gonna move this ball of shit a little bit.
A little bit. All right, get the hell out of my way then. Cause I ain't doing anything with you sitting in under that thing. You might have Busman Phil yelling at us.
No, get your hand out of the way. You might get hurt. Now,
Jack it up.
either way, go ahead on her.
All right, well.
It's probably picked up another 300 pounds jerking this up in the air.
Dang, nabbit. You could probably.
Hang on.
You know what you could do?
I know what I can do.
You could take something from the float,
So
stick it on here,
grab
like this, and then put it back down.
grab that board and drag it out of that hole. And slide it over to the other side of the hole.
Yeah. Asshole.
Me?
Yeah, bring it over here, Steve.
Yeah, caddy corner.
Hold on, you got some bolts in the way
We
here.
don't care.
I got it.
Oh, you're
I can't see.
jerking around like an old girl.
You're sweet.
Push it forward, son.
You're very sweet.
Push it forward. Push it forward now.
What's? I don't know
Not
your.
there, Steve. Over here.
I don't know your forward from your. Watch your pan.
That's your pin, not ours. You got it. You pass us a little couple of chunks of wood to stick under this brick.
You need a little 2x4.
Yeah, somebody.
Here, you got two.
You might want to get another one of them.
Try these.
That's good. Grab your board. Stick another cup. Stick a 4x4 in that side there to hold it up. Now let it down.
Hold it up, lady dude.
Come on, let it down.
It's down. It's down.
It ain't pretty, but it's down. That's all we care about for the moment.
So I wanted to put jacks on that cart, but we had 500 hours in it as it was.
Well, it would be 3 more hours for just the jacks. Shit, that's nothing.
I was gonna get one of them jacks that lift up a half a mile.
Fuck. I need an extension 10 inches long.
Come
I think you got to get the socket up in there. I guess it'll work, huh? Is it going, Joe? Is it going?
No.
It was a trick. I'm telling you, it was a trick. I was really pissed off at Jason for designing that like that. It wasn't easy. Did it do it?
Well, it started, but it's probably crooked. So I am hopeful that's correct. So I need you to pick up on that, old girl. Sorry.
That's all right. Just do it.
I could hit it harder.
Yeah, I wouldn't change a bit. I'd just say go. I can get over the pain. Pain is a.
Yeah. That's what I like about women. They go, I need more pills. It's like, no, you don't. You
Give
need
me another pill. I don't take a pill if I need it.
Okay. Let me see what the fuck I got.
Well, the back one should be a lot easier.
Well, that don't necessarily ring true.
Just leave that socket in there, it'll fall out.
tight?
It looks pretty close. It does, it does. It does. Getting a hold of this front mother. I don't notice it needs. Oh, I know what that's to take that mount loose. You know what?
This
so
one? Yeah.
So what? The way I would have done this, just take the motor off the mounts, take the mount loose this way, and leave the fucking motor go and leave the mount on it. So stick your bar right here between the motor and here, and pry it just a little bit. No, we gotta go the other way. Can you get on the other side and pry it back?
Well, maybe.
I think there's a little place where you can get hold of it. Hold it, hold it. Ooh. Good shot, round eye. I'll try this with this.
Wash your fingers.
Hang
Okay.
on. So I gotta trade this for that. Come on, baby, hit the hole. Come on, you fuck.
Do I need to move it?
Oh no, in a minute here. I think it's absolutely solid. It doesn't go like I'm fucked.
We're going?
I believe. Pull on it a little bit with the bar. It's good. It's hung up. It's all good. I am gonna turn this fucker off and screw. You can take the bar loose. We're good.
Troubles?
No, we got it. No help from you.
You feeling it?
Yeah, with one camera in his ass and fucking wrenches in the other hand.
One camera probe in my asshole.
Pro 8.
GoPro. I had a GoPro.
Now you got a GoPro.
You got a big hole in the oil pan over here.
You're an optimist.
Well, Mom's up. Mickey's peed and pooped, and Mom's had a insure.
Mommy got a darn.
I'll be doggone it.
I'll be gosh darn. Get it up.
That roof is horrendous.
Oh, it's terrible. It's very embarrassing. Man.
You're just twisting it off. Go, Joe, go! Go, Joe, go!
I didn't think you were ever going to get to the end of that.
Well, it's fine thread. I think it's maybe a little crooked, but it went in. Oh, and it's self-locking now.
There, you're a pretty strong guy, so I imagine that's tight.
Well, actually, no. But fall off. See if I care.
I care. That'd be a pain in the freaking ass.
All of it
Busted?
oh, broke.
I'm not broken yet. Working on it supremely. Ugh. Fuck that. I gave up on that one. So we did have come on, baby. Ooh. So those are pretty tight, but they're going to need to be checked again.
Yep.
So you got all your washers for your front ones?
No, I haven't grinded them off yet.
All the bolts are in the motor mounts. All the bolts are in the.
No.
Hold on, Slingway.
Yeah, it's in there for keeps probably.
Yeah, that's the idea. Never
Okay.
to come out again.
We got it on our cradle cart. We got the engine in the cradle. We were gonna start it, but the
Starter fouled us.
Bendix was going the wrong direction. Hey, move it, boys, so we can see that the cradle cart works.
There, it's moving. There you go.
Well, we ain't going.
If you move it, you got to move it back. That's the problem.
This weighs almost the same as a V8.
Big though. It big.
It's a big one. All right, boys, talk about what you did. Recap.
Have these been all tightened down and everything to where they're supposed to
They're
be?
torqued.
Okay. Just wondering. And these two, right?
Yeah,
All these.
that's all torqued.
Well, Joe,
With the weird nuts on.
we're glad you showed up. And how far off were we?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me? You're the one who did all the
How
work.
far off?
Was we
Off
when
of
you
what?
got from where you're at right now to what you?
We're just poking around at it till we get it to where it'll go. Because, like when you poke the starter and it doesn't go the right direction, it goes the other way. And like you're screwed.
So we were Steve and I. We had no snowball.
You guys would have been going, "What's that?"
Well, we were like that, and
It would have been way worse.
and the fact that
It's just you got it. It takes help to do this stuff.
you know what he was doing today and trying to get that started. I told him there was no freaking way. I mean, he had that pressure release and the other line, that pressure line, and putting the pressure diesel in and oil and
Yeah.
there was be no way that.
Well, then the oil filter blew up down there because it had the wrong gasket in it.
That would have been a lot of research and begging people for information and.
Well, nobody knows anything. You're screwed. You just smile and go.
And somebody
well,
would have said, "Well, what you should have had was what you said. Why didn't you just go with that system?" And so we just said, "Well, then let's just get that system." And they said, "Okay, I'll sell that to you."
Yeah, we would have had 5 different systems.
Well, if you're gonna make somebody buy something, make them buy something that works. That's the important part.
If you
'Cause
don't know that
if you're
works.
if you're gonna spend money, spend it on the stuff that really works. And
Well, that's what we've been doing, trying to.
So now we've got the rocker arms were wrong. They were for a 2-valve head.
Yeah.
We're ordering for a 4-valve head, and they're $40
a piece,
per. So there's how many of them?
there's 12.
So each of them are $40. 40 times 12.
480 in it.
12 times 40, and then by the time they get here, they're at 12 times 50. So, so there you go.
That's 600.
So
So what he did was he took all these
Threw all the
lock
washers
washers
away.
all the way everywhere there was a lock washer where oil could leak out. He took the lock washers off and he put the what is that called? The
flat washers on them. And
flat washers and
number 2 Permatex on it.
number 2 Permatex on all the. Look what you got. Oh, this is where you were putting the oil in.
That's where
The diesel went in. No, oil in it.
No, wrong
What was this?
hole. This is the hole. That's the oil pressure hole. This air box. This is oil pressure.
What'd you have hooked up to this?
I didn't have anything hooked up to it yet. I have to hook up. This little guy goes there next. This is the easy side. That's why I did the starter side first.
Is that for that
Airbox
check valve?
Yeah, airbox check valve.
Okay. See, I'm learning a little bit.
Yeah, because that will make it clean.
Clean. And we put in all the oil pan and all the bolts and stuff in the oil pan, and with the original oil pan gasket. Put the stabilizer bar in with Mike's
Front motor
fabrication.
You like my fabrication, Joe? Tell everybody in the world how good I
I do. You did all right. The only problem is you put a gunny sack full of lock washers in it.
Joe hates lock washers. He threw them all out.
I still got a few to go on this thing.
Well, you know, for being a country boy like myself,
Well, everybody trains you that, go to the cupboard and get lock washers, and it's like the guy at the bolt store's going, yeah, we're going to make another 10% off of these guys.
So lock washers mean nothing? They don't help anything lock?
Well, the only time a lock washer does you any good is if you screw it on there with your fingers and leave it loose, because the lock washer will hold it because it's got a little sharp edge on it, and that's the only time. If you get it really tight, it'll crush that lock washer, and if it's not made out of good stuff, it'll break it into little pieces. It'll fall out.
Then you're really screwed.
Then the bolt falls out. It's like, well, it's awesome.
Then you're really screwed.
That's why
And
when you see all new stuff, it's got integral flat washers on the bolts,
Yeah.
like frame bolts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They cost a ton of money, but they're the best stuff in the world.
Yeah, that's what.
And that's what they. When you get to the later motors, 92 series stuff, in late 80s, they went to all those bolts and got rid of all the lock washers in these.
Then you put on this extension
adapter
fan
kit for the
extension
fan.
adapter.
So what Leon did there was really pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it's a good thing he marked it where it goes because it's got a stray bolt pattern.
Yes, that's what that's.
So anyway, it's all bolted in.
That
Ready,
took Leon 8 months to build.
ready for the fan. We got the what would you call that?
It's the lower water elbow.
The where the hose hooks up. Got that on. Got the oil
We're
filter.
on the dark side of this. We need to turn this thing
Oh,
around.
come on, man.
We ain't turning nothing.
It's not that dark.
You lousy, lazy bastard.
That's correct.
Got all the.
You can see the oil on the gears in here too.
Easy. All right.
Got all the fuel lines ready to.
Well, we got enough on there to get it to run.
Yeah, ready to
Here.
just start.
Can't jump over there.
You get to look
Went
at
down and got a number 8 hose,
Well, we're excited, Joe. We're getting more excited.
self.
Well, it's getting
What do you call
closer.
it? Self
Push lock.
push lock. Temporary to help get this thing started.
Yeah, we got really excited when you started to turn it over, and it just spun.
And then
Turned easier with oil in it.
these bolts in the flywheel for the
Got new ones coming.
Allison V730. We got new ones coming in because
That flywheel's weird.
So we got on order the governor heavyweight
Double weight governor, yeah.
double weight governor. We've got the blue spring coming.
Idle spring and the oil pressure ring.
We had the yellow one, which wasn't strong enough.
Yeah.
Still the one.
so we got to take the pan off again.
Still the one in there is not good enough, so he's getting that one.
I'm gonna pass
So,
out.
cause see, that way I can see how much stuff's in the bottom of the pan when we take it off. It's not like it's a
So that
life-threatening deal. It's not
the
hard.
double weight governor was.
How are we gonna get the pan down?
I didn't put it in the cradle. You're gonna tell me, right?
It doesn't come out that way.
Yes, it does. I've had them off before.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
You gotta
take,
cut the
we're gonna have to take
the weld.
Well, who's the smart ass that welded it together?
Jason.
Wasn't me. No, that's how it was. When we driving down the road, that's
Well, we're probably not going to take it out of the cradle again. We're probably going to have to cut that.
I I'm gonna bet we can get it out of there without having to cut anything. As long as the bus ain't around.
I'd like to see that. I got to see it.
Yeah, that pan.
You have okay.
Leon had to
I
cut
can
it out.
overhaul that with a pan underneath of it. So
Well, I'm
I
sure
don't
you
need
know.
the-
They had to
the
cut
pan's
that.
not an issue.
I can
Okay.
show you a video, but they've had to. Not the video of them cutting it out or getting it out of there, but
The one we were trying to get out, it won't come. So if you want it completely out, it's not coming. The closest you're going to get down to is here.
Yeah.
And so if that's all right, if you can work on it that way, because that's going to be a hell of a
it's
lot.
bolted here and it's bolted back there, but it's welded here.
Well, I can cut the weld.
Yeah,
If I need it out of there.
that's all I'm telling you is they cut the weld
Oh, I understand.
and they took the bolts out, and then they welded it back on. That's all they did.
So we got $900 on the double weight or the governor weight.
Yeah.
We got $900 on that. We got
Forgot about
$40
the governor.
per rocker arm, and there's 12 of them. So we got that to do. We got to get the starter Bendix fixed. Is that right, Bendix?
It's going the wrong way.
Got to get that fixed. Don't know what that's going to cost. We
That
spent
should be pretty cheap, but though again, you're trapped in that deal where it's left-handed, and it might be 5 times what the right-handed one is. You don't know.
Right.
It's a crapshoot.
so we spent $350 on the battery today.
Well, that part worked.
That worked.
It's charged now.
Perfect.
It better work.
We got a battery.
We got a long way to go, though, I think.
Not really. If we get some opportunities where shit kind of works, it will go better.
Well, we're close. We're a hell of a lot closer than we ever have been. So
Yeah. Well, that's good because
you still got to check the blower.
yeah, I gotta take the blower off of it yet and see where we're gonna be with that.
I hope we don't have to do anything with that.
Rocker arms. Oh, and you hooked up the jake brake lines.
I got all the wiring on the Jake, so we
Wiring on the
stick with
Jakes.
that.
Really just tore most things apart and then put the jake wires on.
Kinda. Tried to start it. Found out we needed a starter. Found out we needed a battery. It's all good.
We knew we were going to need a battery. There's the thermostat in there, right?
That's a thermostat out of a V8.
So that wouldn't work, right?
We ordered
I
it.
can't tell you. I can't. Yeah. But again, it's the little guy goes. What did I give him the serial number for this? And he's like, that's too old. I go, but I didn't want to hear that. So the thing about this thermostat, there's no bleed hole in it. Yep, that's out of a V8 right there. And there's no bleed in it. So it's got to bleed. You got to have a line from here. Well, that's the old way to bleed them is just put a pitcock on and let the air out of them. You need to go have a line from here to that upper surge tank so that it lets the air out of it all the time. So if something goes wrong, it doesn't blow all the water out of them.
Here he goes again.
Well,
Hey,
I'm happy about
I'm glad that we're going to get it
I
set
wouldn't
up.
know that crap. Hell no.
well, you gotta. Well, it's like I worked on MCI, and whoever had done the motor, swapped it out. They didn't put a bleed line in it at all, and the radiators mount way high, and then they didn't put a bleed in it, so it was airlocked in the bottom, and it couldn't get the air out of it.
Oh shit!
So the first road test after he had it overhauled, it blew all the water out of it. And then they poured water in it, hit her again, and probably was still hot enough that the thermostats opened up finally. But then it broke a head, and then filled a cylinder full of water, bent the rod, and put short port liners in it. This would be in a real nice little motor.
Which crosshead rods and short pin?
Short ported liners in it, yeah.
Was it more power or just runs more efficiently?
No, it's
or?
just a nicer motor, and it's more efficient. I like when it's cold outside, you poke the button and it just goes roar, and it's ready to go.
Yeah.
Instead of going ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba
Oh, it
bum.
only does that for a few minutes.
No, it shouldn't do it for
Is it hard
15
on?
seconds.
Is
No, it just no. It's that opportunity for them to run stupid, and they don't have to do that. You can change it so it doesn't do that.
Well, Weyerhaeuser, it's so cold up in Bly, Oregon.
Yeah.
It was like 50 below.
Yeah.
The wind chill factors. They just leave there
Shit running.
all night.
Yeah.
Mechanics were on duty. They worked on them while they ran. Stuff like
I had a guy that we worked on his Freightliner. He took it to Alaska, and never shut it off the entire time it was there. Never. He would go in there at night, fill it full of fuel, dump a gallon of oil in it, pull it out in the parking lot, throw something on the throttle pedal so it was against the governor, and left it run all night.
Wow.
And then in the morning they go fuel it back up and put another gallon of oil in it.
Wow. Well, Dad was telling me about a light bulb that had been running for ever since a light bulb was made.
Yeah.
And somebody decided they'd take it out and it never worked again.
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff likes to run steady. Like these, that's why they make good gen sets and boat engines and stuff, because you can just time wherever they want them, and they run until you quit taking care of them, and then they do something stupid.
Don't be surprised if Steve paints this.
It's okay. It needs to be cleaned off a little. It's dirty.
Yeah. It's got some dust on it.
Well, so when you get it running again, all this cosmoline that's on here is going to cook off,
Yeah.
and it might be a little while before it does too.